But when I saw the result, it was NQ. And to be very frank, I didn't know what was NQ. Hard work, which got me a general surgery seat, and I came back to my own state, Gujarat, and I took a government seat in BJ Medical, Ahmedabad. My first love, and from I always tell general surgery is my first love, and neurosurgery is my wife. So put the feathers in your cap in the form of fellowships, short courses, and start practicing early, because a doctor's DNB from a good institute should be preferred over an MCH seat.
Hello, this is Dr. Dheeraj Masapu. I am a consultant anesthesiologist specialized in neuroanesthesiology. So today we have Dr. Dhruv Baru, and he is working as a consultant in Neurosurgery department in Surat. Welcome to the channel, Dr. Dhruv.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Dheeraj. Thanks a lot. It is always a pleasure seeing you and interacting with you.
So I partly know your story because we discussed before. So from initially, I want to tell people initially Dhruv was actually not qualified in the entrance examination in the NEET, and later on from that stage he has come to a position where he has become a consultant in neurosurgery. He has gone through a lot of hurdles in his life, and in between, from not qualified, he has come to a stage where he got All India 75th rank in NEET exam. So how did he transform as a person, and what are the challenges he faced in the process? So many people actually won't tell their story, but Dr. Dhruv has come forward to tell his story to us.
I think you should always share your journey, because when you share your journey, it actually makes people feel that yes, it can be done. It has been done previously, and only thing you need is a road and a mentor. So when you said that not qualified, I still remember it took me back to the year 2008. So I was in 12th standard, and I was a decent student, not very bright. You can call a backbencher. So 80-85 percentage decent student, and I still remember that first biology paper, 10th March, and I couldn't attempt 19 marks out of 100. 19 marks paper was missed by me, and when I came out of the exam hall, it felt like it is all over. It is like a feeling which every student might get, or you feel that now you don't want to live anymore because you are actually a teenage. So from there, I thought, from getting an MBBS seat, I thought now passing would be my goal, because I attempted only 81 marks paper. Somehow I got 77.4% to be precise. Those numbers don't go out of my head, and I just wrote entrances just for the sake of writing, and that was the first stroke of luck, I would say, or maybe my destiny, that I just could make it to medical college, and that's how I entered my alma mater, SDM Medical College, Dharwad, and still Karnataka since then is always close to my heart. I always say that Karnataka has been my second home. 2012 December, I cleared my MBBS, and 2013 is when I was doing my internship, and I first wrote the NEET PG entrance. So I was prepared decently. It was I was in a much better state than I was in 2008, and I was hoping to get maybe a non-clinical seat or even paraclinical. I was okay with it, but when I saw the result, it was NQ, and to be very frank, I didn't know what was NQ. So actually, I had to Google it out, that what is NQ, because I never anticipated myself to be in that rock bottom. So NQ, and I was like not qualified, and then I searched that if you are not qualified means you have not scored even 50 percentile. And the same feeling which hit me in 2008 hit me again, and this time it was even a harder hit. That because that I wasn't prepared well then, but this time I was prepared well. So what I want to convey is, even though if you have given everything, even though if you have prepared well, results are not guaranteed in first attempt, because so many students we see, they do work hard, they are genuine students, but still they fail to make it. So I was like down and out, and there was like, I have to regroup myself, because if you have crossed something, you feel that you can revise, but if you are NQ, that means you don't know where to start. It is like you are actually on the floor with scattered, dispersed into pieces, I should say. And as I always say that you always find somebody. So I found a friend whom I'd met actually in a conference, and we both decided to go to Trishur, a place in Kerala. And why I decided to go to Trishur, because I wanted total isolation. I didn't want any sort of any distraction. I just wanted to be like 1 year out of the globe and then come back. It's like people tell that if you want to not speak and let your results speak, you have to do something like that. So 1 year into Trishur, and then again, what the result I saw was, I should say it was not 1 year, but my 5 years hard work, which got me a general surgery seat, and I came back to my own state, Gujarat, and I took a government seat in BJ Medical, Ahmedabad. And from there on, it was like my dream to take MCH in first go. And I can proudly tell that out of all the 24 general surgeons who passed in the year 2018, I was the only one who could clear MCH neurosurgery in first go. So it was my dream in 2008 to get a government seat in first go. It completed in 2018. So it took 10 long years to get where I wanted to.
So it is an awesome journey actually, but many people lose hope when such kind of things happen. But you actually persisted, and what are the key strengths that a person should have in these kind of 10-year journeys and 15-year journeys when you're going through?
See, first thing, if I relate to 2008, I can tell that I was scared of change. I was so rigid mentally, physically, that I didn't want to embrace change. I didn't anything new, and I used to get scared. I was anxious. So much so that if somebody asked my name as well, to speak to them in English was a big thing for me then in the year 2008. So once I moved out of the house, I actually realized that unless and until I change on a daily basis, it's not going to work out. So do anything, just one thing daily, which makes you anxious, which changes you. So that daily anxiety, if you keep on dealing with it, if you make a small change every day, let it be a very small, let it be anything, talking to a stranger, getting up in the class and asking a doubt, or asking something, anybody on the road or anything, but it should decrease your anxiety on a daily basis. And that's what made me what I am today. So embracing change is one thing, and second most important thing is accepting whatever is happening to you. These two I would call as the real pillars of my success in my life, that I accepted whatever came my way. I didn't do a blame game on myself or anybody. If I didn't qualify, okay, I was not meant to, so I didn't. So accepting what happens to you makes, it's like a popular saying that accept it and make peace with it. So if you accept things, then the way becomes easy.
Got it. So in this journey along with you, how did the parents or your extended family support you?
So I still remember that my father running around with me for counseling processes during my MBBS joining, because you are actually quite small. You are just a teenager who is stepping out of the house first time. So your family forms a core. You are at the center and they revolve around you. But you should take support only when needed. If you take support from them on each and every step, then again it happens the same thing, that you won't change. So I would say there should be a balance. Seek help only when needed, because if you keep calling them for each and everything, if you are away from home and if you keep calling them each and every time, then your anxiety does not get decreased. You don't grow as a person. So education is one thing, and growing as a person is that happens only when you step out of your house or step out of your comfort zone. So that's when you actually start seeing changes in you, that okay, I was not able to do these things and now I'm able to do. So family has definitely a very important role, and as you said, extended family. So if you start walking on a path and if you decide that I'm not going to turn back, you automatically find people, as I said, that the person whom with I prepared for my NEET PG, he was not from my college. I just met him in a conference and we happened to stay together in Kerala for a year. So when your intentions are good, when you decide that no, whatever it comes, whatever it takes, I am going to persist. So if you persist, then you will find somebody you will like attracts like. So like-minded, definitely you will find on your way.
So then after that, now you actually finished your MCH and started neurosurgery. So now how do you feel like, see, because doing MCH was the target when you're doing, when you're a student. After now you finished MCH, now you're practicing as a neurosurgeon. So now what is your perspective? Now
I still remember my first day of internship. It was in Department of Plastic Surgery, Dr. Ranjit Mirje. I call him Ajja because he was 65 and he used to walk faster than me. So I asked him, sir, which super specialty I should take? And he told, be a good general surgeon first. If you learn to respect tissue, then whichever branch you take will be yours. So what I want to tell is, don't look too far ahead, because what you are good at and what you actually like will only you get to know while you are actually on a journey. So I decided that I am somebody who wants to be a surgeon. So general surgery will be and is always my first love. I always tell general surgery is my first love and neurosurgery is my wife. So during general surgery, why neurosurgery happened is because I was deprived of the neurosurgery rotation in my general surgery. So I had all the rotations and I wasn't given neurosurgery. So what I used to do is in my rotation I used to go on Saturday nights, Sunday afternoons to neurosurgery. OT is never closed. It is like a 24/7 Mumbai city. It keeps on running. So that fascinated me. And then I decided that if one specialty which I want to do is neurosurgery. And then when I appeared, it was the first NEET super specialty. So it was the first time subject specific which was brought into picture. So till then it was a general exam, and depending on the rank you get to choose. But in 2018, it was the first time where you actually had to pre-decide when you are filling the form. So that was a challenge I took up, and I had 45 days between my general surgery last exam and the NEET SS entrance. And I decided that these 45 days, I'm going to make it count and make it count big time. So that's when I decided that it had to be neurosurgery.
Got it. Here I would like to ask you a tricky question. It's like, should everyone do super specialty or can you settle with general surgery? What is it?
See, Dr. Dheeraj, if I have to tell you something, I can tell that it all depends on multiple factors. First thing is which city you want to settle down. That is the first thing. Second thing is if you are taken a specialty which you are already liking it and you are pretty good at it, you need not do a super specialty, because general surgery and neurosurgery are two completely different fields. If I had to do gastrosurgery, then as a general surgeon you have a lot of exposure of gastrosurgery. Then you actually can start working, do a 6 months fellowship or a 1 year fellowship in any subjects of your interest, like laparoscopy after general surgery, or you can work with somebody who is doing gastrosurgery and then start your practice. But for neurosurgery, it is not like that. So if I have to sum up, if you want to settle in a first tier city like Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, then considering the scenario now and 10 years down the line, I would say super specialty is must. If you are planning to settle in your hometown or a second or a third tier city, then my ideal advice would be finish your MD, MS and put the feathers in your cap in the form of fellowships, short courses, and start practicing early, because a doctor's work is called practice. The reason is, as early you start the practice, the better you are, the earlier you settle.
Got it. Superb. So fellowships after general surgery, I think we have endoscopy, laparoscopy, and gastro fellowships are there. Surgical gastro also fellowship is there actually, but not in neurosurgery.
Not in neurosurgery. That's why. So neuro, and if I'm not wrong, CTVS. So
CTBS.
CTVS. So these two are fields where your general surgery will be, obviously general surgery will be always useful because your tissue handling. If you don't hold a peritoneum sheet properly, you're never going to hold a brain properly. I
Yeah.
put it like that. So it always helps. But these are the two fields which are least connected to general surgery,
Got it.
where you actually have to start from scratch, because we are not trained that much of reading neuroanatomy or neurosurgery during our general surgery days.
Right.
So that's how I got into neurosurgery.
Almost like starting from 0 point, I think.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
neurosurgeon.
Starting from 0 point. Yeah.
Got it, got it. So then after finishing, once you enter into the practice, I still remember 2012, I was doing freelancing in my town. And that's a city actually. It has even an airport, but only two neurosurgeons were there at that point. But now there are a lot of neurosurgeons there. So what we clearly seeing is that the number of neurosurgeons are increasing. So what is your opinion on this?
See, if I tell you something, when I appeared for NEET PG, I remember that if you don't get a 2000 rank, you don't get a general surgery. If you don't get within first 200, you don't get a radiology seat. If you don't get within 1000, you don't get a medicine seat. Fine. That scenario has completely changed because the number of doctors have been increasing, number of seats have been increasing. But do not take this as a hurdle and stop from where you want to go. If you want to become something, this should not be a considered point that no, because there are so many neurosurgeons, I don't want to become, because population is also expanding. And I always believe that if you are good at your work, even if the greatest of all times is practicing in your city, you will still get work. Because after a certain point, apart from your knowledge, your attitude and how you present yourself to your patient will always hold the upper hand. No matter how many neurosurgeons or how many anesthetists or how many CTVS surgeons are there in your city, it doesn't make a difference. If you are passionate about work, if you have studied your anatomy well, and if your first priority is patient care and empathy, then that should not stop you. Yeah, you should always be practical about, if you want to settle in some second or third tier city, and suppose if you do MD pathology and if you're planning to do a neuropathology or a super specialty after pathology, then you should always consider that if you're planning to settle in a small town, does the small town have that work of a neuropathologist? Does that small town have that work which you are doing? Because it should not happen that you want to settle there, you should not be overqualified for the place. That's what I mean.
Like I'm a neuroanesthesiologist, so if I go to a small place,
Yeah, suppose if you come to a small village, then you will be searching for work.
yeah, true. Exactly. I fit into that category. But neurosurgery is not like that. That's what you're telling. Even in towns, you
Yes.
can actually practice.
Definitely you can practice. India still is lacking. There is, if I'm not wrong, there is one neurosurgeon for still around 1.5 to 2 lakh population
Oh,
all over India. I'm in Surat, which has a population of 75 lakhs, and there are 30 neurosurgeons. So there is still only one neurosurgeon for 2.5 lakh people, which is still a significant number.
yeah.
So do not stop just for the sake that there are more number of people.
Yes, yes. With the
Else try to be so good that you fit amongst them. That's what I mean.
got it. I understood. And with the increasing diagnostic facilities and also the population, what you're saying, the number of cases are being diagnosed more compared to the past.
Patient awareness, patient approach, patient number of patients coming to doctors have increased. Previously, we never used to have patients coming just for the sentinel headache or a mild headache,
Yeah.
which is the first sign of aneurysm. We never used to have patients like that. Now we see patients comfortably walking and like, I have a headache, I want to get evaluated, and we find an aneurysm. So the era is changing.
Yeah,
So
and every headache is getting an MRI done nowadays. So because of that,
yes,
tumors will get early diagnosis and the number of cases will increase.
The number of cases which are surgical cases which are actually converting are also increasing.
Increasing because in early stage only you can operate, you can give a good result also too.
Yes.
So in that way, maybe DNB and MCH, my question is straight. DNB and MCH, if you compare, okay. So what is your opinion about that? Like you said.
See, if I keep it very simple, DNB from a good institute should be preferred over an MCH seat. That is my bottom line. After finishing MCH, I have done from one of the prestigious institutes in the country. If you are planning to enter a government setup for a long time, then MCH has a slight edge over DNB, I would say. But if you have to weigh between two institutes where MCH is not well developed and DNB neurosurgery is well developed, I would say go for DNB neurosurgery, because you might pass late, as is the worry that DNB students have 6 months or 1 year lag, but your learning for 3 years or 6 years is more important, because once you become a neurosurgeon, it does not make a difference whether it took you 1 year more or 2 years more, because what we are looking at is the age of 35, 40, and then at that time your residency will be more important. What you have learned during those 3 to 6 years is going to be more important. So never compromise a good institute just for the sake of degree.
Got it. So bottom line is like MCH, which are still newly started MCH in a place.
Exactly.
Compared to that, a better good like Indra Prasad or the big what
Definitely.
or something.
On any given day. On any given day. Yes.
Got it. Got it. Super. Super. So after finishing MCH, if you still want to do fellowships, like what are the different fellowships available globally?
To be very frank, when I passed neurosurgery, I went for interview and I was told, okay, so what do you do? Like, so I told neurosurgery. So that is general neurosurgery. I was hearing that term for the first time, general neurosurgery. I have heard something called general surgery, but general neurosurgery. So that's when that person taught me that there are 6 subspecialties after neurosurgery. So you are so even mine was the same reaction. And I was like, okay, what are those 6 subspecialties? So there is pediatric, there is onco, there is neurovascular, there is spine, there is endoscopy. So then is when I realized that post general surgery or post general neurosurgery, I should call, you have to have another tag if you want to settle in a first tier city and to be having your CV a weightage. So now all these subspecialties under neurosurgery are providing fellowship starting from 6 months to 2 years. Okay. And my reason for choosing spine was a different reason, considering my own health issues, and I myself had become a spine patient with my overweight and obesity. And that's when I realized that I cannot look like that if I am a neurosurgeon. So that's how I got into spine surgery and spine fellowship. And still today, if you are doing MCH or DNB neurosurgery, you have to be prepared mentally that there is still one more step which you have to take. Let it be 6 months, 1 year, 2 year. That all depends on your priority and your mental state. Then, once you pass.
Got it. So it is more like you go into niche and again you go into another niche and finally niche down to a very narrow area. So but that is how world is working now. Even I took neuroanesthesia like that. So I felt that by niching down, you become expert in one area, and that is how you can add more quality to the patient care. So that is what I believe.
That's what patients are expecting. They are wanting a best and a person who is doing a very localized work rather than person who is doing a general work.
Correct. Super. So, about the weight loss, you were mentioning something that you lost weight. So, and I partly know the story. So, you were very obese in your 12th standard and MBBS time, right? So now you are fit. So, how did the transformation happen?
Transformation comes with lot of embarrassments, lot of leg pulling, lot of jokes when you are a part of everybody's joke, and it has to come from inside. No doctor can advise that just to get your reports you get fit. So I still remember I was teased as Adnan Sami when I joined MBBS. Then the journey had quite a peaks and I would say hills and valleys. So MBBS was the first, when the day one, when my seniors teased me, and I was in tears, and that day I decided that it had to be something. So that's how I started. Again, same thing, daily slow changes on a daily basis, and I became fit in the year 2014. Once I joined 2015, when I joined general surgery, and 2015 to 18 I was good. Again the exams came, and again I put on weight, and again in MCH neurosurgery I became obese. So I was not matured enough then to realize that I am actually achieving something and letting it go, which many students do, that they prepare very well throughout the year, and some small step happens and they are like, let this year go, we will do it next time. That shouldn't be the scenario. So physical transformation is the first change to bring about a mental transformation. That's what I believe. And then once I was actually about to become a neurosurgeon, my final exams, when I had actually gone out of shape, not only out of shape, I said I was started having significant back pains. I was not able to stand in OT, and that's when it hit me hard. So that was the day I decided. I still remember 9 September 2019, the first day of my gym. I was filling the form, and that is the day. After that, I have never crossed my BMI, which I have stipulated for myself. And again, it is a journey. So if you want it that badly, you will make a small change daily for it. And if you do it, I would say achievement is not hitting 77 kgs, which I am now, but maintaining that throughout my last 2 years. I would say that as my achievement, because if you start your weight loss journey or your transformation journey, anybody can slim trim down once, as I did post my MBBS. That anybody can do, but it takes real hard work to sustain it. And I won't shy away from that it is my fitness or my weight loss journey which actually got me a spine fellowship at Sakra World Hospital. So
Superb. So basically, what even I believe the same actually. If you're fit only, you can do this high performance or high functional work, which we are into. Because this neurosurgery and emergency medicine and all these things are like very hardcore kind of work pattern actually. So you need to.
I know, I still remember how fast you walk, and I was like, yeah, man, he's quite fit for his age, and my target is to look like you and, at your age.
No, that is what I exercise every day, and because otherwise you cannot do this high performance living.
Actually,
So fitness is the first thing that you need to build up. Will should come later, I think, after that. So the next last question, what are your future plans now? Now you are settled as a consultant in one place. Now I think you're set to go. So how are you going to take the story next?
so now I just came to Surat 6 months back. I've just started working as a associate consultant, and I thought that whatever hardships I have faced during my NEET PG journey, the number of entrances I have appeared, the way I was trained for my NEET PG was quite different, because then what I was reading was reading theory, and what I was taught in Trishur, and my way of adding it to it was MCQ based preparation, because the exam which we are going to write at different phases of our medical career are going to be MCQ based.
Yeah.
So if you don't translate your theory, I would say it is like just reading theory, and MCQs are practical things. That's why all competitive exams have included MCQ as a part of their entrance and not theory. Most of the competitive exams, especially medicine field, have included MCQs as a part of their entrance exams. So I have cracked the code of how to play around with MCQs, and now I feel it's time for me to return to the students. The number of NEET PG aspirants are close to 1.5 to 2 lakh, and for that I want to be an example. I want to share my journey, that don't get disheartened. If an average backbencher, an obese fellow like me, who can go from not qualified to a neurosurgeon, I would say I'm not supremely intelligent, and medicine does not require intelligence. It just requires first hard work. Once you start working hard, you actually get tricks to become smarter. There is no way to start working smart on day one. It always starts with hard work, and it always transforms into smart work with your experience of hard work. Because when you keep on hitting that rock with the same way, then you realize, oh, it can be hit in the other way as well. So for that same purpose, I have started my own channel. How I teach is I revise daily 2 MCQs in 2 minutes. That's my tagline.
Okay.
And I give a small explanation to share my experience and what problems and what mistakes I have made. Students should not make. So I'm working on it alongside practicing, and I still feel that I need another couple of years to relearn. I always tell it is unlearn, learn, and then relearn. So I'm actually in the phase of relearning what I've learned during my residency.
Okay.
That's what I'm practicing in practicing now, and along by side, I'm started my second innings for NEET PG as an educator, I would say. Previously I was a student, and now
see, the reason is there is a teacher in you. So some people are like that. Like 1 in 10, I usually see this kind of a character, or 1 in 100 maybe. Usually, most of them, 99% of the doctors want to practice. Yes. Nobody wants to teach. Many people will be in teaching positions, but that doesn't mean that they're teachers actually. Exactly. They get to that, destiny will take them and keep them in a position. But see, people like you, even though you're in the practice of neurosurgery, you want to teach. So yes. I think you should take it in a big way in future, and you should help a lot of people. And I think that is super. Good. This thing. I thought you'll tell that you'll make a hospital and make a lot of money, but you told it differently.
No, making a hospital was never my dream, even when I become a neurosurgeon.
Okay.
Yeah, because see, I feel I was taught by somebody, the literal meaning of doctor is to teach. And actually, we have forgotten that. Yeah. So if I can teach NEET PG aspirants, I'm actually helping indirectly my country grow by giving those young doctors a right path where they can actually feel that no, it has to be done in an ethical way. It has to be. See, money will come with time.
Yeah.
Even after becoming a neurosurgery, I feel I'm earning not very large amount of money, decent money, but that is sufficient for me, because my goal is something else.
Got it.
My goal is never to make a hospital. It is only to make students learn and help the patients.
Good luck. Hope, I think many students will get benefited with your 2 MCQ model. It's very easy actually. 2 minutes to MCQs, and every day consistently, if they do that, then for them also a period of time, significant number of MCQs are over.
Yes.
And it's less boring also. Like
less boring. That is the main fun that I try to put GIFs memes, so that they see. Basically, if I can shorten it down, why I didn't get entrance on first scope was, I have a picture where a student is standing in the center and he is surrounded by only papers all around. There are no images popping. There is no visualization. So there are many students who do the same, that just reading theory but not concentrating on the practical, which is MCQ. So when I just teach 2 MCQs, I actually solve those 4 points. So actually, I'm giving MCQ points of 5 to 6 questions in just a matter of 2 minutes.
Yeah. So it will be like a quick bite. And
quick bite, wherever you feel that there is no please subscribe, nothing, just directly question, answer, explanation, and by the time you are finished with your half of the food, you would have seen around 5 to 7 videos.
Then I recommend all my subscribers to actually subscribe to your channel, and I think many counseling students and many people are there in the channel. So I'll put your YouTube channel. It's a YouTube channel, no?
It's a YouTube channel as well as an Instagram page.
Both links I'll keep in the description of this particular video. And I want my subscribers to subscribe to your channel, and yours should grow. And it will help lakhs of people, as you're telling, 1.5 to 2 lakh people are there. It will benefit them.
Yeah, and I have kept myself so much open that you can actually DM me anytime when you feel that which college you want. Like you are also doing the same thing, trying to help students who are actually in dilemma, because a first year PG student is actually like a blotting paper. whatever ink is touched on that, it will take up. So people like you and me who are actually wanting to teach them have a very big role, that they should
Okay.
not get spoiled ink on their brain.
Got it. I understood. Yours is a different White Army channel is there, similar channel. So you gave a talk in that, no? So
I have taken 2 long videos
White
only
Army.
concentrating on neurosurgery MCQs.
Yeah.
Close to 100 MCQs we have discussed in 2 parts. That is also I have done recently.
So similar kind of channel I want yours also to become, and White Army is helping lakhs of people. So in the same
Yes.
way, your channel also should help lakhs of people like you.
Thank you. Thank you for your wishes. Yes.
Okay, then thank you, Dhruv, for coming into the channel, and I think a lot of Q&A session will come, and we'll have another interview 6 months down the line with the question and answer session. So good luck and good luck for your future. Thank
Actually,
you.
I want to thank you because of this opportunity from you. It actually gave me a chance to look back in my life of 15 years, and I can. The first day of joining is still flashing in my brain, that how I have changed from there. It is a change which is important. If you don't change, you stay the same. You stay at the same spot. So changing mentally, changing physically, definitely it comes with a lot of grit, I would say,
Yeah.
a lot of determination. But if you do it, you actually find a lot of mentors. I keep on quoting a quote from Rahul Dravid, The Wall. He played with the best of the best, Sachin, who were actually supremely talented. And Rahul Dravid, he got to know that he's not supremely talented. So I
Hmm.
always tell that if you are not talented, you can always compensate it by your hard work.
Got it.
And
And he's
he
very
also
disciplined also. Rahul Dravid, disciplined and,
discipline. So
simple
he
person,
was a
disciplined.
gritty customer.
Hmm.
If he's on the crease, he'll make sure that he will not move an inch.
Yeah,
That's why he became the wall. So you have to become the wall to take the throwings from the world. Because when you are on such a path, there will be a lot of discouragements. There will be a lot of people who will be trying to pull you down. Intentionally, unintentionally. But if you stay like a wall, then
got it.
you end up. Yeah.
Got it. Thank you very much. And people don't change because changing is pain. Nobody wants to
Yeah.
take the pain. Everybody wants the status quo. That is why they don't change. So all my subscribers should embrace change. That is what Dhruv is telling. So let's take this message and we'll wrap up the video. And as usual, Dr. Dheeraj Masapu logging off.